A pedestrian was struck by a teen driver. People involved with a shooting on Peachers Mill are charged. And a little boy saves his cousin's life. All this plus sports, weather, and more. APSU-TV News starts right now. Welcome to your APSU-TV News Weekend Update.
It's Friday, January 31st, 2020.
I'm Meghann Stamps.
And I'm Karina Lavoie.
No charges have been filed against a teen driver who hit a man with her car. Clarksville police say that the crash happened at the intersection of Fort Campbell Boulevard and Avalon Street just before 10 on Friday night. Officers say that the area does not have many streetlights. The 17-year-old driver reportedly told police that she did not see the man until right before she hit him. Medical crews took the man to the hospital where, thankfully, he is in stable condition.
Police have arrested and charged 2 men involved in the shooting on Peachers Mill. Clarksville police say Frederick Bates was in possession of a gun during the shooting on January 28th and was identified as one of the men standing outside of the getaway car. Benjamin Richardson was the driver of the car and has been arrested after his release from the hospital. Both men have been charged with felon in possession of a firearm. This investigation is ongoing, and anyone with any information should contact Detective Steinley at 931-648-05656, extension 5286.
Nearly 200 American coronavirus evacuees from China are under strict monitoring in Southern California right now. They will be checked for fever and other symptoms twice a day for at least 3 days, as the World Health Organization weighs whether or not to declare a global public health emergency. Mary Maloney has the latest.
The coronavirus is spreading rapidly, we think, in China. We think it is appropriate that our citizens who are in the epicenter of that outbreak in Wuhan be repatriated home for their own safety.
American evacuees from the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak are now under evaluation at the March Air Reserve Base in Southern California, being kept away from other people in a separate part of the base.
We are going to monitor them for the full extent of their incubation period.
The evacuees were isolated on the plane bringing them back.
The way that this plane was put together, the upper level of the crew was completely separated from the lower passengers. So airflow, every sort of interaction between the top and the bottom were completely isolated.
More than 160 people in at least 36 states have now been investigated for possible infections by the CDC. So is the world on the verge of a global health emergency? On Thursday, officials at the World Health Organization will reconvene to consider declaring one. American health officials are now airing their concerns.
This is a very serious and rapidly evolving situation. This is a potential public health threat in the United States.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
A teen suffering from cerebral palsy and other neurological defects has won a $15 million judgment against a Fort Campbell hospital. The AP Wire reports the boy's parents filed the medical malpractice lawsuit in 2015, claiming Blanchfield Army Community Hospital at Fort Campbell injured their son during birth in 2005. A federal judge found that the hospital failed to inform the child's mother of her choices of delivery while also not properly monitoring the fetus during labor. The judge awarded the teen, who is now suffering from a brain injury due to birth.
Potent painkillers are being linked to more unattended deaths in Clarksville than in years past. A new report from Clarksville Police shows that there were more than 240 unattended deaths last year. 55 of those deaths are suspected to be drug overdoses. Investigators say that most of these cases involve the extremely powerful opioid fentanyl. Opioid-related charges are also on the rise. Police say that more than 100 charges were filed last year, and that's about double the amount of the charges that were filed in 2018. A
10-year-old boy here in Tennessee is being called a lifesaver. He dislodged, a lifesaver candy from his little cousin's throat. Peter Fletcher has the story.
This poster, with illustrations on choking first aid for children, has been hanging on the lunchroom wall at Raymer Elementary for 14 years. It's caught Timothy Prather's attention more than once.
It just says recognize choking hazards.
Especially this one, showing the Heimlich maneuver, a life-saving move he put into use on Saturday when his 3-year-old cousin Connor started choking on a lifesaver. The pair were attending a rodeo with Prather's grandparents when Connor started choking.
I was crying and stepped with my feet like this and then started crying.
Both grandparents tried to help.
Our mama had him upside down and our papa was patting his back, so that's how I knew something was wrong.
Recalling what he's seen on the poster at school, Timothy dropped to his knees and started the Heimlich maneuver.
You know, I took him and then I started pushing on his stomach, like this.
After a few moments, the lifesaver candy was dislodged from Connor's throat.
I just felt happy that he's alive.
News of Timothy's heroics were the talk of Raymer Elementary School.
It's awesome to think that a 3rd grader can save a life. It's amazing.
Kindergarten teacher Brandy Wardlow put this poster in the lunchroom and every classroom 14 years ago, hoping students would pay attention and maybe someday save a life.
We never know when they're watching, what they're picking up on, and to think that this little poster right here it saved his little cousin's life, and it's amazing.
Now with a look at today's local weather, let's head over to Emily Waldon.
Thanks, Megan. We're first going to take a look at our current national temperatures. In New York, it's at 39 degrees. Chicago's at 36 degrees. Atlanta's at 44 degrees. Dallas is at 49 degrees. Denver is at 50 degrees. Seattle's at 54 degrees. And Los Angeles at 77 degrees. Now for the highs today in Tennessee, Clarksville is at 48 degrees. Nashville is at 51 degrees. Memphis is at 50 degrees. Chattanooga is at 50 degrees, and Knoxville is at 51 degrees. Now for the lows today in Tennessee, Clarksville is at 36 degrees, Nashville is at 40 degrees, Memphis is at 37 degrees, Chattanooga is at 40 degrees, and Knoxville is at 41 degrees. Our current weather is cloudy with a temperature of 46 degrees with southwest winds going 3 miles per hour. Tonight's weather will be 37 degrees. It will be cloudy and with north winds blowing 4 miles an hour and with precipitation being 20%. Moving on to the 5-day forecast. On Friday, expect to see rain with a high of 48 and a low of 36. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 37. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 61 and a low of 46. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 62 and a low of 54. And Tuesday will be expect to see rain with a high of 63 and a low of 45. That's all for our current and local weather. We'll be back with Kyren, Harvey on Political Corner. APSU-TV News will be right back.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry on Home Avenue. It's open Tuesdays through Friday, 8:30 until 4. For more information, call 221-1620, a campus reminder from Austin Peay.
Okay.
Play Eric Amarola's Race Day Mix.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Kyren Harvey with your Political Corner. The Montgomery County Commission voted in favor of a new animal care and control shelter that will take up a little more than 15 acres of land. According to Montgomery County's formal agenda on January 13th, the vote was decided 16-4. The new property will be located on Needmore and Bell Road. A lawsuit claims the city of Clarksville has violated the Federal Clean Water Act. Tennessee Riverkeepers Incorporated alleges the city's sewage treatment plant released 24 million gallons of untreated sewage into the Cumberland River over the past 5 years. Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts said in a statement Tuesday, the city is committed to clean water and strives to comply with all state and federal environmental regulations. The city has spent more than $130 million since the May 2010 floods to build a new sewage treatment facility and other upgrades. It's not too late to register to vote in the Montgomery County primary election. The deadline is Monday, February 3rd. Early voting in the primary is from Wednesday, February 12th to Tuesday, February 25th. Stop by the Election Commission office on Pageant Lane to register. The ARC Tennessee is holding a free conference for families on Saturday. The one-day event is for families with children or young adults with developmental or intellectual disabilities. The event will have guest speakers from Triad and the Tennessee Department of Education throughout the day. The conference is from 9 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon at the William O. Beach Civic Hall. Lunch will be provided. This has been your Political Corner. We'll return with Dakota Stansfield with sports. APSU-TV News will be right back.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
College can be hard, and sometimes life can be even harder. That's why Austin Peay offers counseling services for students in need of help. Whether it's mental health, relationship advice, or even having someone just to vent to, counseling services are available. All you have to do is call 221-6162 or stop by their office in the Art Building and begin finding your way back to wellness. For more information about student counseling services, check out our Facebook page at WAPXFM 91.9.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Dakota Stansfield with your local sports. A tragedy happened this past Sunday that has the world mourning this week.
This news, now confirmed by CNN and other news organizations, it is hitting them as just one of the most unthinkable things you could have here. CNN has...
The world is mourning this week, as it was announced Sunday that Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna Marie Honor Bryant, and 7 other people died in a helicopter crash. The loss has hit home as many students and people in the community of Clarksville are mourning the loss of a legend.
He had a big impact on me and my siblings. So when I heard the news, I was devastated. I couldn't stop crying. I'm still trying to get over it, but it's going to take a long time.
Crazy stories about him and how he impacted people. That was like, I mean, you know, you shed a tear here and there just because it was very impactful for all of us.
Like with Kobe's death, it made it like, it just made me feel like it was like somebody close to me. Because like, I played basketball and I like always looked up to Kobe.
Oh, growing up, Kobe was my favorite player till like, I was like 10 years old.
So Kobe's my Michael Jordan. Kobe's better than Michael Jordan to me. That's the best way for me to put it. Like, without Kobe, I don't think basketball would be what it is today.
Kobe, Gianna, and all the other families on the helicopter will be loved and missed. John and Carrie Altobelli and their daughter Alyssa, Sarah Chester and her daughter Peyton, Christina Mouser and the pilot Eros O'Brien were the others lost in the crash. Investigators are still trying to determine what caused the crash, as many families, friends, and fans are mourning the loss of their loved ones. It was a scoring output from freshman Jordan Adams and junior Terry Taylor this past Thursday, as they combined for 74 points in the win against Tennessee State, 99-74. The Govs came out firing as they hit 7 shots from behind the arc in the first half. Taylor broke a Dunn Center record for hitting the most threes without missing a shot with 6. Austin Peay ended up with a season-high 14 three-pointers. The Govs went on to play Belmont this past Saturday. Belmont put up a tough fight as towards the end they started to come back. However, thanks to the domination on the glass, the Govs won 86-78. Taylor had a season-high 17 boards. The Govs continued to dominate as they pulled out their 9th straight win yesterday against SIUE, 82-58. They are 9-0 in the conference, which hasn't been done since the 2003-2004 season. And they are set to play Eastern Illinois tomorrow in the Dunn Center. Go out and support your Govs. It was a heartbreaker for the APSU women's basketball team this past Saturday as they fell to Belmont 53-52. They had the ball with 1.4 seconds left, but unfortunately were not able to get a shot off. The Lady Govs went on to play SIUE yesterday, where they had a pretty convincing win, defeating the Lady Cougars 74-61. This was thanks to the relentless defensive attack as they forced 28 turnovers. Junior point guard Brandy Furby led the Lady Govs, scoring 18 points, with 9 of them coming from behind the arc. They are set to play Eastern Illinois tomorrow in the Dunn Center. Go out and support your Lady Govs. It was complete domination from everybody on the APSU track and field team this past weekend as they won the Thundering Herd Invitational with 151 points as a team. It was the first team victory for Austin Peay since 2015. Freshman sprinter Kenesha Phillips won the 60-meter race, being 100th of a second off from beating the school record. The Govs are resting up this week before they head to Birmingham, Alabama, February 14th through the 15th for the Bulldog Open. It was a tough couple of losses for the APSU men's tennis team this past weekend as they fell to Lipscomb 7-0 and Chattanooga 7-0. Junior Christian Edison had one of the closest games against Lipscomb where he had tiebreakers in both sets. The Govs will host Illinois today at 2 p.m. in Governor's Tennis Center. Go out and support your Govs. The Austin Peay women's tennis team had a pair of wins this past weekend against Central Arkansas and Southern Arkansas. They started off sluggish in the match against Central Arkansas as they dropped 2 of the 3 doubles matches. However, they came back and defeated the Sugar Bears 4-3. They went on to dominate the next day in the match against Southern Arkansas as they defeated them 7-0. Lady Govs are set to play against Western Kentucky tomorrow on Bowling Green. And that's all for your local sports. APSU-TV News will be right back.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry on Home Avenue. It's open Tuesdays through Friday, 8:30 until 4. For more information, call 221-1620. 221-1620. A campus reminder from Austin Peay.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Are you parked far away from your classes? Well, you could sing the blues, or you could use the Peay Pickup Trolley. The Peay Pickup Trolley, it's a free ride around campus for APSU students, faculty, and staff. You can ride the trolley from 7:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. For more information, go to apsu.edu/SGA. A campus reminder from Austin Peay.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable, and with you when you had your heart broken. They were with you when you shared your love with the world, and with you when she became your world. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them? You don't know my name.
Well, many of us grew up with the Junie B. Jones books, and now you can see them come to life on the Roxy Theater stage. It's a musical version based on the zany, fun-loving book series by Barbara Park. The performance shows Junie B. beginning her first day of first grade and all the craziness that goes along with her new adventure. You can get your tickets online at roxyregionaltheater.org. So come, relive your nostalgia, and support your local theater.
If you are finishing your degree this spring semester, don't forget to apply for graduation. The deadline to apply is February 14th, 2020 on Valentine's Day. Students must apply before this date to receive their degree. Log into your AP One Stop account and go to the Web Self-Service tab. Then go to Student Records link where you will see the application for graduation.
The APSU Writing Center wants to help you become a stronger writer over the course of your time here. The helpful staff from the center will be in other locations beyond the main floor of the library this semester. They're taking their services to the Ant Center in the room 112 of the UC Ballroom on a couple of set dates in February until the end of April. Some of the topics that they're going to teach about at these drop-in tutoring sessions include perfecting your thesis statement, understanding confusing commas, and writing proper works cited pages. The first session is Monday, February 3rd with the basics of MLA, APA, and Chicago style. So get more details on these tutoring sessions on Peay.
You have probably taken a few of those self-discovery quizzes to figure out everything from what your personality type says about you to what vegetable you were in a past life. You can also learn more about yourself with Austin Peay's Student Counseling Services. They are hosting a 4-part series in an Enneagram assessment on campus. You can attend the series on February 5th in the Morgan University Center room in 308. So come stop by for free food and self-discovery.
All right, calling all you wizards and witches. The first Harry Potter book night of the new decade is here. Clarksville-Montgomery County Public Library will host the magic-filled trivia night, and this year the theme is the infamous Tri-Wizard Tournament. The library's Facebook page says that as of now, around 80 people have marked that they will attend the annual Harry Potter book night. So, Harry Potter fans, grab your brooms and fly on over to the public library Thursday, February 6th from 5 to 7 at night. And a man advocating for legalized marijuana made quite the statement when he blazed up in front of a judge. Jeremy Roth has today's. Take a look at this.
A Tennessee man under arrest for smoking marijuana sparked controversy by sparking up a joint in front of a judge. Spencer Boston was in court in Wilson County facing a marijuana possession charge. Speaking to the judge, Boston expressed his opinion that weed should be legal. Then he put his money where his mouth was, firing up a marijuana cigarette he had in his pocket. Boston was quickly detained, charged with disorderly conduct and possession and contempt, and was sentenced to at least 10 days in the slammer. Look, in states where weed isn't legal yet, let this be a lesson to anyone with high hopes. Whipping out a joint will likely land you in the joint. An Air Force veteran featured on the Antiques Roadshow got the surprise of a lifetime when he found out a Rolex he bought for roughly $345 in 1974 had increased in value quite a bit.
It's worth about $400,000.
The estimate left the man literally floored, and he went on to learn that his watch could actually nab up to $700,000.
You're gonna
Finally, a police dash cam at a Michigan fun run captured not only a hop and a skip, but a jump too. A pair of deer stole the show at the Chill at the Mill 5K in Rochester. It's part of the city's annual Fire and Ice Winter Festival. While participants were running to celebrate winter life in Michigan, these two were running for deer life. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Okay, you guys, it sounds like a lot's going on this week. What do we think is the craziest part of this newscast?
The boy that totally saved his cousin from choking on a lifesaver.
Yep.
Yeah. I choked on a lifesaver when I was a kid, and they literally heard that they put those little holes in them, so you can't, if you do choke, you can kind of breathe.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm glad his cousin was there, though.
Yeah. A literal lifesaver.
Okay. Yeah, a literal lifesaver, yeah.
Well, I like the ARC Tennessee. They're holding the conference for developmental and intellectual disabled families, because that's very important to talk about. That's not a field that anyone likes to tackle. So I think that that's very important to do. And they have a whole conference for it, and it's free. So
yeah, everything's good free.
I don't know. I feel like the Kobe Bryant story is kind of the most craziest thing that's happened. I think the whole world is kind of
shocked by that one.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
definitely affected a lot of people.
When I first heard about it, it was like for a second I didn't believe it. Like, I feel like it's kind of been the biggest celebrity death since Michael Jackson.
Or Prince.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. That's sad. But please continue to pray for the families, absolutely, and pray and hold your loved ones close. You know?
Yeah.
Hug everyone.
Squeeze tonight.
Oh, Kyren.
Good bug.
Wait, I know in other news you said you were interested in that Jeannie B. Jones musical, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm very happy about the fact that they're making it a musical because I used to read the books when I was younger.
I did too.
So that's exciting. And then my sister can go because my sister's sick. She doesn't know about it, so I can teach her.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna love it.
She is. It's so good.
Well, you guys, that is all the time that we have for today. Be sure to join us in the interaction by liking us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville.
And Instagram at APSU_TV.
Thanks for watching another edition of your Govs News Update.
And as always,
let's go Peay!
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable, and with you when you had your heart broken. They were with you when you shared your love with the world, and with you when she became your world. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
Play Eric Amarola's Race Day Mix.